Hey Jenny, welcome back to episode 220 of the AI Chat.
Hey Mark, episode 220. Wow, feels like we were just figuring out what a neural network was. What's on the docket today?
Oh man, this is the cool part. So there's been quite a bit of buzz around Wondershare Virbo, right? This AI-powered video creator. And they just pushed out some updates that sound pretty impressive, specifically around making digital humans and avatars a lot easier to create.
Digital humans? Like people who don't, time exist asterisk, but you see them in videos? I've seen some of those. They can be a little uncanny valley sometimes, can't they?
Right? They can. But that's where this update apparently comes in. They've streamlined the process quite a bit. We're talking quick avatar customization. So what's happening is, you can upload a 10-second video, or even just a photo, and it whips up a personalized avatar for you.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. I send it a selfie, like literally one photo, and it makes an animated me that can talk? Out of one photo? That's really interesting. But how does it even begin to do that?
Here's the thing about these newer AI models. They're getting incredibly efficient. It uses what they call lightweight AI model trainings. Think of it like the AI is quickly learning the key features of your face, how your lips move, your basic expressions, from that short bit of data. It's not trying to build a perfect digital clone or anything, but a functional, expressive avatar designed to, lip sync and show emotion.
Lightweight AI training. Okay, so it's not needing hours of video, just a short snippet. That makes sense for speeding things up. My mind is officially intrigued. What are the applications for something like this, do you think? Beyond just making a talking version of yourself for fun, I mean.
Oh, the applications are pretty broad, actually. Think about marketing, for instance. Instead of hiring actors for explainer videos or product demos, a company could create an AI avatar of their brand's character, or even, of a real person they want to represent them. And because it's quick to generate, they can make a lot of different versions for different campaigns.
That has the potential to save a lot of time and money compared to traditional video production, doesn't it? And what about in education? Could teachers create avatars of themselves to deliver lessons?
Exactly. Imagine creating interactive lessons where a familiar face guides students through the material. Or personalized tutoring sessions. It could make learning more engaging, especially for remote education. This really opens up possibilities for creators who might not have the resources for traditional filming.
Okay, so that's the quick avatar thing. What else did they update?
Wait, it gets even better. They've also enhanced their talking photo feature. It's not just a talking head anymore. Now it supports full body motion.
Hold up. Full body? Like, I upload a still picture, and the whole person in the picture can move around and talk?
Pretty much. It adds coordinated facial expressions and body gestures to a still image. Right? Isn't that interesting? This is going to make those virtual influencers we see even more realistic. Think about creating a character for social media that looks like a photo, but can deliver a full presentation.
That's quite something. And also, maybe a little bit spooky? I can already hear our listeners thinking about those deeply unsettling AI infomercials we've talked about before. But in a good way, I guess. So, a still image can become a full-blown performer?
Essentially, yes. It brings a level of realism to animating still images that we haven't really seen before in such an accessible tool. Again, think marketing. Imagine animating product shots, or even creating little vignettes where products come to life. In education, you could animate historical figures in photos to deliver monologues. That second one is a really cool idea, isn't it?
Okay, yes, that second one is a really cool idea. Animates historical figures. That could really make history come alive for students. All right, quick avatar and talking photo with full body motion. Anything else in this update that caught your tech expert eye?
There is. And this one has pretty huge implications for global content. They've improved their Dynamic Subtitles feature.
Dynamic Subtitles. So subtitles that, like, move, or change? Or is it more about how they're generated?
It's about how they're generated and their intelligence. It automatically generates subtitles that actively match the audio. This significantly improves content localization. Think about how much work goes into translating videos and adding subtitles manually for different languages. This feature effectively streamlines that process.
Because it's syncing the generated subtitles directly with the spoken words. And I know Verbo already has a ton of voices and languages, right? Something like over 400 voices?
Exactly. They support a wide range of languages and voices, so you can generate a video with an AI avatar speaking in one language, and the dynamic subtitles can follow along in another. This makes distributing content globally significantly easier and more efficient, saving time and resources compared to those traditional methods of manual translation and subtitle insertion. It's a big deal.
That makes sense. Accessibility is also a big part of that too, making sure people who are hard of hearing or who prefer to read along can easily understand the content. So quick avatar customization from a photo or short video, talking photo with full body movement, and smarter dynamic subtitles. It does seem like a powerful combination.
That's the core of the update. It really feels like they're focused on making AI video creation significantly more accessible and intuitive for everyone, not just AI experts. It's breaking down some of those barriers.
And I can see how these features together stack up. You can create a personalized avatar quickly, animate it with full body motion from a still image, and then make sure it's accessible to a global audience with the dynamic subtitles. It's a pretty considerable set of tools for creators.
It really is. And it brings up those interesting questions we talked about internally too, like how might innovations like this influence the future of digital storytelling, especially with emerging formats like, virtual events or even immersive experiences?
Right. If creating believable animated characters is this easy, does it open up new ways to tell stories in those virtual spaces? And does it also raise any ethical considerations? The whole authenticity question comes to mind again, naturally pitting the incredible potential against the need for responsible creation.
Oh, absolutely. Transparency is going to be key. Are you disclosing that an avatar is AI generated? What about privacy concerns with using someone's photo to train an avatar? And then there's always the potential for bias in the AI models themselves. Underrepresentation or fair use criticisms, those are discussions we need to keep having as this technology evolves.
For sure. It's a balancing act, isn't it? And thinking about smaller businesses or even individuals, how can they really leverage these features beyond just the big marketing firms?
That's a great point. For small businesses, creating professional-looking video content can be a huge hurdle. These tools lower that entry barrier. They could create personalized messages from the business owner, explain products in a more engaging way, or even create short, animated social media posts. And because it's quick and relatively inexpensive compared to traditional methods, they can experiment more.
So strategies for them might be focusing on niche content, using the avatar to build a recognizable face for the brand, even if it's an AI one, and leveraging the cross-platform output to get that content everywhere. And definitely using those dynamic subtitles to reach a broader audience instantly. It really does empower creators with limited resources, which is something we definitely support.
Precisely. It's about making professional-grade tools accessible. It's not without its potential pitfalls, of course, like, the uncanny valley effect we mentioned earlier, or the risk of misuse, but the potential benefit for democratization of content creation feels significant.
Yeah, I agree. We'll definitely need to keep an eye on how these features are implemented and regulated moving forward. Transparency really is paramount. I'm curious, though, for our listeners, have any of you experimented with AI video generators or digital human avatars? Have you encountered any particularly good or particularly unsettling examples? Let us know on social media using the hashtag #iChatPodcast.
Oh, that's a great idea, Jenny. I'd love to see what people are creating, and also what they're wary of. The stories about uncanny valley experiences can be quite something.
They truly can. It's a fascinating space right now. Well, this was a really interesting dive into the latest from Verbo. Quick avatars, talking photos with full body motion, and dynamic subtitles. It sounds like they're definitely pushing the boundaries of accessible AI content creation.
They really are. It's going to be exciting to see what people create with these new capabilities. The barrier to entry for creating engaging, video-based content just got lower, which is quite something to consider.
For sure. All right, Mark, thanks for breaking that down for us. It gives us and our listeners a lot to think about.
Anytime, Jenny. Always fun to talk tech with you. And to our listeners, keep an eye out for these digital humans in your feeds. You might be seeing more of them than you think. Until next time.
See ya!